Today we're looking at a $180,000 condo in the Cap Hill area or Capitol Hill area of Denver. This is like a more mature, developed neighborhood. I think it was one of the first homesteads. Don't quote me on that, but it's definitely more of like a mature, like trees and that type of thing. Older buildings, like 1960 buildings, that type of thing. But you definitely can get some good pricing over here. So let's jump right in and take a look at this property. So it's a one bed, one bath, 590 square feet. The HOA fees are $343 a month, which is not bad for an older building like this. It doesn't have any parking. And street parking over here can be a little bit challenging, but I tell people, like, if you are like working from home and you don't leave very much, like, it's not that bad. But if you're coming and going all the time and trying to find parking at like 5 o'clock, that might be challenging. If we jump into the pictures, here is the living room. So this is a garden level unit. So that just means that half of the floor is underneath the ground, and then the other half up here where the windows are is above ground. So you still get natural light. It's not like it's a basement where it's completely underground, but they will be a little bit darker than, say, like a second floor unit, a third floor unit. The higher you go, typically the more natural light you're gonna get. But this living room definitely has tons of space in it. Look, but you have a big couch in here and then two other sitting chairs, and they have a credenza in here and a TV, so lots of room. Down this hallway is going to be your bedroom and your bathroom. It looks like these are 2-inch real oak wood floors, hardwood floors, which I love a natural hardwood floor. It's very expensive to have actual natural hardwood floors, and the luxury of vinyl plank has kind of taken over, even in the higher end space. So if you can get these 2-inch oak natural floors, by all means, go for it. The other thing is, too, you can refinish these floors. So you can stain them different colors. So if, they're starting to get a little worn down, you can sand them down, do a fresh coat of varnish and stain them a different color. And you can completely change up the vibe of your space without having to completely take out your floors and put in new ones. Pretty basic kitchen. You have your stove, your sink. I don't know if there's a dishwasher. Hopefully we'll get another view of the kitchen to see if we can see if there's a dishwasher. But you do have this built-in like breakfast bar, which I love. You've got 3 stools here. So this is like serves as kind of your dining space and eat-in kitchen, a multi-use, and I love this. And it's right in front of the window, so you can stare out. It looks like this is the front of the property, so you can like people watch. I love people watching, so you can watch people walk by with their dogs and stuff. This to me is fantastic. So here's another view of the kitchen. It actually does have a dishwasher. Some of these older buildings don't have like AC because they don't have ductwork. They don't have dishwashers, and they don't have in-unit laundry. So this one, they did retrofit it with a dishwasher. So that's really nice. You've got your fridge here. It looks like a smaller fridge, but you could definitely put a bigger fridge here. You have space up here for a bigger fridge. And actually lots of cabinet space for a smaller unit like this. Here is the bedroom. So in here is the electric heating. So like I said, these older buildings typically don't have AC. You would have to get like a wall unit or something like that if you did want AC. There's carpet in here, but this looks like a queen size bed, but you still have room for, nightstands on either side here. Here's another view. You get some good natural light, even though it's a garden level unit. You get some good natural light from this window here. That's it. They didn't show us the bathroom. They didn't have a picture of the bathroom, but it's, your pretty standard bathroom. You walk in here, you have your sink, your toilet, and then tub shower combo. If you look on this floor plan, you have this big closet in the entry, and then you have 2 closets in the bedroom, so decent storage. So that's it for this property. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this property. $180,000. I mean, that is a great entry-level price for the Denver metro area. I know it's all relative, but what are you guys' thoughts on the property? Do you feel like it's priced well? Would you buy this home? Let me know in the comments below.